This episode of Is This Adulting is brought to you by our Patreon supporters. We'd like to thank Katie C. for upping her pledge on Patreon. We really appreciate it. If you'd like to find out more about how to support the show, click the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com, or visit patreon.com/isthisadulting. Thanks.
Hey, these are your best friends,
Kenyon,
Lucy,
and Amanda from Wine and Crime, and you're listening to Is This Adulting? Thank you so much and enjoy the show.
Woo, woo, woo. Send them all of this, including our
100%.
Hey, Steven. Hey, Chris. We love you.
Hey Chris, hey Steven, treat Joe right.
Hey, baby boy.
My baby boy.
Baby boy.
I love my baby boy.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood and our struggles with mental health as overgrown man-children. I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
And I'm here. That's about all I can give you. I'm the second one.
Do you have a name?
My name is Christopher.
Christopher what?
Robin. It's Grimmett.
Christopher Robin. That's not a Winnie the Pooh voice. I don't know what that is.
I mean, it's
like Mickey
it's
Mouse.
Somewhat in the. Oh yeah, it's.
Oh boy.
That's a very different story.
Oh God. Well, as you just heard, we have another awesome guest this week from Girl in Space and the Right Now podcast. Sarah
Mickey
Werner's
Mouse.
here. Hey,
Sarah Werner.
It's Mickey Mouse. Yeah, it's Mickey Mouse. He's here.
Hi.
I was really hoping you would do that.
No.
I like how Mickey Mouse has a fun accent as well. That's pretty. I mean, I know I'm saying that as a person that also has a strong accent, so I acknowledge the irony. But yeah, I appreciated it.
It's good. Hi, I'm Sarah.
Well, hey Sarah.
I'm
How
here.
are you?
I'm
She's
so
also
happy to be here.
I'm so glad. We have literally. I'm gonna peek behind the curtain, y'all. We've been on the Skype call for 45 minutes, and
Why
we're
are you
just now
peeking behind
recording.
the curtain? You're already behind the curtain. You're supposed to provide everyone else a peek behind the curtain.
That's what I'm doing.
No, you said I'm going
Chris,
to peek behind
Chris,
the curtain.
Chris. Sarah, can you?
That
give
just
us a
sounds
second?
creepy.
Christopher, can I talk to you?
I mean, we just started, but okay, fine.
Chris,
Yeah.
can I talk to you?
Okay. Where do you want to go?
Don't
Over
you
here?
Dare undermine me?
Oh, you're yelling while we're walking, sir.
Yes. Don't you dare undermine me while we're doing this show.
I'm sorry.
I am beautiful. I'm a damn sorceress. And you will not. Yes, you will not.
Where did this confidence come from?
Actually, I've learned to do that. I've gotten this wonderful confidence from listening to Wine and Crime.
Wait, are we talking by ourselves still, or is Sarah in this conversation? I'm confused. I've lost.
To you. I'm talking to you.
I've lost her.
I'm just trying to tell you where I got this lovely confidence. It's Amanda Jacobson from Wine and Crime.
Okay, well,
Who has deemed herself a fucking sorceress, and I've decided I am one as well.
the longer that we stand to the side, it's going to feel uncomfortable for Sarah, who's came onto the show and being very
Basically,
nice.
I'm just saying that I'm the boss.
Okay.
And don't you ever speak to me that way again in the presence of a friend.
I'm sorry. Just don't peek behind the curtain. That's kind of like inappropriate.
Okay. Well, a peek behind the curtain. Let's go back over here. A peek behind the curtain for everybody else. Hey, Sarah, welcome back. Sorry.
Hello.
Hi.
We were over there. We were having
We
a good
definitely have
conversation.
stayed in front of the curtain.
Yeah, it was a good conversation. We were just being friends. This bit has gone on too long, y'all.
I agree. I very much agree.
Yeah, we've been on the call for 45 minutes, so I think my goof level is at an all-time high, but we're going to get into everything in just a second. But first, hey, Sarah, do you want to tell everybody where they can find you on the interwebs and or your home address?
I would love to do that. And
You're so nice about it. Like, oh, yes,
Yes.
home address. Here you go.
yes, here, visit me at my home. So I live at girlinspacepodcast.com, which is on the interwebs. I also live at sarahwerner.com, which is also on the interwebs. And that's sarahwerner.com. You can find me on Twitter. Oh my gosh, I have so many social media properties. For the purposes of this conversation, we'll just say that I am Girl in Space Pod on Twitter and Instagram. And if you want more of me, I'm on all the things with all of my shows and all of my personalities, so you can find those at my websites.
Go to LinkedIn. That's she's most present on that one, right?
Oh, you will find a very different version of me on LinkedIn.
Ooh, professional Sarah.
So
I
it's like
it.
headshot Sarah. Yeah.
I want to meet Headshot Sarah.
I feel like LinkedIn is pretty much the equivalent of everyone. Like when you see like an episode of something like The Bachelor or like a random show where you get like 20 seconds to see a person and they do that dramatic turn while smiling, like the head over their shoulder. I figure like that's what LinkedIn is, with just a couple basic facts really fast.
It's the beginning of like a 1990s sitcom where they just smile at the camera and their name flashes underneath. Oh my God.
Professional Sarah.
Yeah.
Occupation.
I wish we had those in our
professional.
life. All right, well, before we get into our segment this week for the podcast for Blueberry, for our sponsor, Chris, we have special thanks that we need to give out.
Oh, really?
And Chris,
I'm not aware of
actually,
this.
you don't know this,
Yeah, I don't.
but we had a wonderful listener who you heard at the beginning in the bumper, Katie C., who upped her Patreon pledge. So thank you, Katie.
Why, thank you, KC.
But also, Katie is getting a bit of special recognition here because she was lovely and sent us a generous, we're not going to talk numbers, but sent us a generous donation to go toward the Mac that I had to purchase out of pocket.
She
which
gave
has
us
really
$1 million?
She gave us $1 million.
Oh
She
my
did
God. That's too much. I mean, look, 100,000 I get, but $1 million, I mean, come on. I'm just a guy.
Yeah, she was extremely generous and lovely, and that has been a major stress for me in my life in the last week. And so I definitely cried when I saw that, and it has eased my anxiety a good bit because having to buy this computer out of pocket was a little scary. So definitely a big special thanks to Sarah. You're Sarah. I saw Sarah and I called her Sarah. I'm sorry, Katie. It's you. Hi, Katie. But she did send me a message and ask that if we shared it publicly, that I added a stipulation to that.
Okay.
Which is she wanted to be sure that people realize that this is not a reflection of how awesome she is, but a reflection of how awesome we are. And she said to quote her and say that she told me, when you feel alone, it means the world to hear two people each week tell you that you aren't.
Aww.
So
That's beautiful.
She basically told me, you have to say this because you don't give yourself enough credit, the two of you. And so thank you, Katie, so much. It's extremely kind. And we are very appreciative. So to all the new listeners who are just like, dang, they do a lot of stuff before they talk about mental health, don't they? We do. And here's another one. It's a segment. It is a segment where we thank our sponsor, Blueberry, for sponsoring the show. And in return, Chris pitches a podcast to me. And we try to decide, hey, how successful is this going to be? So, Chris, what's your idea this week?
You know, I really love that gift that you shared from KC. And, I love a lot of things in this world.
Okay.
I really love love stories. What can I say? I'm just a hopeless romantic. I think everyone knows that about me. And, Steven, do you know about the amazing love story that won Best Film at this year's Oscars?
Shape of Water, yes.
The Shape of Water. For anyone who doesn't know what that's about, it's about a woman who falls in love with a fish monster.
It's beautiful.
I'm not joking. That's pretty much what the story is.
No, it is.
And so, inspired from that, I decided I wanted to come up with my own love story. Are you ready?
I don't think any of us are ready, but go ahead.
Sarah, Steven. Henry had been living a simple life when something amazing happened. One day, he walked into a pet store just like any other day. I don't know why I like any other day.
That's what he does. That's Henry's thing.
And there she was. She was standing in the bird section. Her name was Molly. She stood out from the rest mainly because she wasn't a human. She was a parrot in the cage.
Sure. Saw that
Henry
coming.
and Molly, they locked eyes from across the room. And Henry had never felt this way about someone before, let alone a bird. I mean, really. This story follows the summer where this young man, Henry, and this bird named Molly fall madly for one another in a world and in a time where it's forbidden. Steven, it's a podcast that will sweep the nation and heartstrings all around. Introducing...
Is it Molly Want a Cracker?
No.
Okay.
God, Steven, you're just making assumptions. No, it's a podcast that I call McCall Me By Your Name. Oh, man.
Oh, Christopher, you had me.
my
I
call.
definitely thought you were with Molly. I was like, that rhymes with Polly. Okay.
Gosh, you just
Oh
want
my
to make
gosh.
certain assumptions about me.
That's an interesting idea. And for the second week in a row, Chris, I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. So
Thank you.
you understand, though, creating a podcast, I think Sarah could tell you this, doing an audio drama. Creating a podcast, it's a lot of work. It's not just as easy as recording your show and uploading an MP3.
Sorry. I was disappointed for a reason you'll find soon enough. Oh, shoot. Darn it. What am I supposed to say? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, to get the most out of your show,
Oh,
Chris,
yeah.
you're going to need a lot
That's
of help.
shocking.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
do need a lot of help, man.
You're shocked. You clearly need a lot of help. I mean, have you thought about hosting that's fast and reliable so you don't have issues week to week?
Good Lord, no, I haven't.
I know. What about accurate download stats so you know what your numbers truly are?
Downloads that are accurate? I don't
know.
I don't know.
Hey, you're also going to need a website, right?
Apparently.
Yeah, and you're going to need help with that website because at the end of the day, you want to focus your time and effort on creating what? More content. So what type of material should we be on the lookout for with Call Me By Your Name? Which is great. I'm happy.
Thank you. In the first episode, Henry panicked by these newfound feelings that he was struggling with. He didn't know what to do. So he decides that he's got to at least go back into the pet store and see her one more time. This is the first time that they speak in this first episode. I'm going to tell you, and then I'm going to have to come up with another one on the spot because you did steal my second pun, and that is Molly wants a cracker, unfortunately.
Yes.
But I'm also going to change it to she's the wind beneath my... Wait, I'm the wind beneath her wings. I like that better. So that's... But yeah, it was Molly want a cracker. Dang it. You stole it.
It's okay. I was really hoping you were going to change it to like, Molly wants an extensive prenuptial agreement.
Well, my thought was, never mind. We don't even go there.
Oh, God. Okay.
Don't worry
Well,
about
Blueberry offers all of that. It offers all your podcasting needs, so you can focus on creating content like that. It's everything from posting all the way to your own WordPress site.
Well, gosh darn it. Does that not just sound exactly what I need, Stephen? But goodness gracious, oh me, oh my. What if I've started? I'm trying to think of other things I can say that sound
I
startled.
know, but it's all good. It doesn't matter whether you already have a podcast or if you've always wanted to start your own. Blueberry can help, and it's going to get you your first month free in the process. So head over to blueberry.com/BFF. That's blueberry.com without the B, or without the E's, not without the B's. You need the B's. It's blueberry.com/BFF to get your first month free now.
Stephen, would you say people who listen to this podcast need the birds and the bees? Not my best, sorry.
That one was not as strong.
Sorry. Well, I did come up with it about 8 seconds ago. So by 8, 2. Sorry, keep going. We'll finish this.
Would you happen to have a loyal fan base and you don't
I
lose
do
any
have
subscribers?
loyal fan. I do have one of those, and they love me, and I love them, and I don't
What
want
do
to
you-
lose any one subscriber.
what do you call
jerk.
them?
The lovebirds, of course. It's nice
That's
and easy.
cute.
I know it is pretty cute.
Well, Blueberry's support team can help you migrate over your existing show with their free tools, so you're not going to lose any subscribers.
Yippee!
Yep, you can tell you're really excited, so go ahead and get to work on Call Me By Your Name, which I still love, or any other podcast today with Blueberry. Get your first month free by using the promo code BFF. We did an ad. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just laughing.
You still laughing at Call Me By Your Name?
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's pretty good.
I do want to
So I'm
see it.
gonna
I've heard it's an
preface-
amazing movie.
Oh, yeah, no, I've heard it's great. I haven't watched it yet. I'm going to preface this whole episode and just take a moment and say, hi, new listeners. Hi, how are you?
Hello, welcome.
We're all in weird moods tonight. We're always weird, but Chris has had a long day. I've had a long day. Sarah's had a long day. So if we seem a little funkier than usual or than you were expecting, a level of that is always going to be here. Mm-hmm. But there's another level that's just extending past the usual amount. And we're going to explain that in just a second. So we're going to start this week off just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So Chris, how you been this week?
Well, I think that's a good thing to kind of start off with. So we've talked about this a little bit, and this could be a whole separate conversation we could have with you, Sarah, but podcasting is very interesting because there's an aspect of it that, I mean, you're attempting to entertain people, right? And what sucks about that, though, is we also have bad days, and we have emotions, and we have stresses, and we have things that kind of direct or change things when you're not expecting them to. And so you can find yourself being really excited and ready to go one day at the beginning of the day, and by the time you're ready to record, things have just kind of hit the fan. And so I have found myself in one of those situations. And so if I sound off, it's because, oh, boys and girls, I am most certainly off today.
And our friends beyond the binary.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And so pretty much I just had to have a really, really hard conversation today at work. And it was one where it just sucked, y'all. And sometimes just hard conversations can mess with you for a few different reasons. One, because you're just overthinking things leading up to it. You're overthinking things during, and you are most certainly overthinking things afterwards. And it sucks. And I think what sucks in particular is, like, I know I'm not going to sleep well tonight. I know that I can take as much medicine I want to, but even if I go to sleep, I'm going to have dreams about it, and it's just going to, unfortunately feel like it's almost haunting me, and so it's interesting. I took a break earlier to prepare for this tonight, thinking that I just need a little bit of time. And what's interesting, it's almost like I had my adrenaline going to keep me through that tough conversation, and the longer I sat waiting to record tonight, the worse and worse I felt. And I was like, shoot, maybe I should have gone ahead and recorded after all. And so I've been really struggling with that, and I've just been struggling with work in general lately. The good news is things are still going well. I found myself in an interesting place to where after I came back from vacation, I kind of shared with everyone that I was doing a lot better, and I was really excited. And I've continued to be doing better, but part of me has a personality that if I'm feeling good at all, I want to try and start helping other people feel good. And sometimes I kind of took my sponge, wrung it out, and so I thought, I'm great. Now I'm just going to soak it up again. And realizing that that's also not the most healthy thing, of just, once you're finally good, the next day just trying to do everything you can for other people. And I mean, that's a good philosophy to have, but you need to do it with maybe a little bit more care than I did in my head. And I found myself just trying to be a good friend, trying to be a good coworker, trying to be good at a lot of things. And I'm doing okay. It's just, it sucks to feel burnout and you just came back from a vacation that you're supposed to feel recovered from. I feel like often, what's the phrase? Like, you need a vacation from vacation kind of thing. And I mean, I really kind of have experienced that this past week or so. And so, although I'm truthfully not doing well, I'm at this place where sometimes we have this when we record, where you're not feeling good, and you have this weird divide of knowing you want to share and you want to be honest and you want to vent about what's going on because you know it's going to help you process. But going over the emotional hurdle to say, let's talk about it, can be really difficult. And so I knew I needed to process with you in order to be able to feel better, to feel relieved, to, maybe get some sleep tonight. But up to it, I'm like dreading to have a conversation about it because I don't want to think about it anymore, because it's made me feeling super anxious and made me feel super shitty about myself. And so yeah, I will be honest that I have not been doing great the last really probably couple days. However, the thing I just have to keep reminding myself is I'm grateful that I have friends like both of you here that are with me, as well as friends in the best friends group and friends and family outside of this as well, to help kind of remind me when you have those conversations that make you feel like everyone hates you, that can remind you that's not the case. Don't let one situation make you feel that way. So that is I don't know if you can say a nutshell if I've been talking for this long, but that is kind of what's going on with me. So Sarah, how have you been lately?
I've been weird. And I know that we talked about this sort of at the beginning of the conversation. Everyone's a little bit off today. I've been making a lot of decisions lately about what life is going to be. I'm in the process right now of I don't even know if I've told you this, but changing what I do, letting go of a lot of freelance clients and looking into what it actually means to podcast full time. So there's a lot of emotions there, conflicting emotions. I also appreciate that you do these mental health check-ins because that's not something I do with myself. And when you mentioned earlier in the episode that this is something you were going to do, I'm like, I don't even know what I feel because I never sit down and process it. And so thank you for this opportunity to sort of like feel this out. It's sort of imposter syndrome. So the thought that's, who am I to think that I can do this versus excitement about doing it versus not wanting to be too excited about doing it just in case it fails. You know, so there's all that wrapped up in there. And just, I also, and we've talked about this a little bit, I also have anxiety and depression that I take fluoxetine for. And that has been okay lately, which I'm very
good.
I know it's like, I'm almost afraid to like be okay with it because I'm kind of wondering when the other shoe will drop and I'll go back into not wanting to get out of bed or take a shower. And so, but yeah, I'm so impressed with what both of you do. I've had those days where, days like today, where it's like I've had 2 interviews, I worked, I did a lot of other stuff today, had some things happen. And then to get on the mic and be willing to put your hearts on the line and to talk to people and entertain people is just, I'm very much in awe of that right now that you can do this. Like, you're so amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I promise you that we've had conversations with people about this before of just the thing that I think we really appreciate about the show and appreciate about what we're trying to do more broadly with people is it is incredible how often people interpret bravery or not, I'm not saying bravery, strength as just being able to be brave enough to say that I'm not strong at all. In fact, I'm quite weak. It's amazing how often people are like, wow, you must be really confident and in a great place if you can tell everyone how bad you feel. And you go, did you hear any of the words I just said? And I mean, thank you for that. I mean, I think there are many times where I have felt what you're kind of talking about of, man, I don't want to do this. Not because I don't want to, because I don't want to face the emotion that I'm going to have to process in a few minutes. But you always end up feeling better afterwards. But you just have to push yourself to do it, which that's the hard part. But I like the accountability of having other people to share it with. It makes me have to be introspective, which is something I've always really struggled with too, is like forcing myself to actually, I know I feel weird, but I'd prefer to not think about that. So I'm going to avoid that thought for the next 3 weeks.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Absolutely. So, thank you.
Well,
thank you for
sharing
listening
that.
and inviting me to share. Like, Stephen, do I turn the spotlight on you now?
Yeah, exactly.
You can.
It's
How-
the hot seat.
Okay.
Go for it.
I'm in the hot seat now. Steven's been good. And talking in the third person, apparently.
Don't
Maybe
we
that
all?
helps. Yeah.
Steven feels that Steven's week has been really No, I've been good. It's been a good last week. You know, I've reconnected with probably 3 or 4 friends that I haven't spoken to in a while, or at least haven't gotten to really invest time in a while, in the ones I have spoken with. And so I got to reconnect with friends on a few levels. I made a random new friend in a Facebook group online and have had some great conversations there, just getting to know somebody. And so, yeah, I mean, had a good week socially. Everything seems leveled out. I finally got back on the wagon of like eating decently well, depending on, you know, if I'm able to or not, or if I have
congratulations,
something I need
though.
to be doing.
That's hard.
Yeah, and I've 2 days in a row now gotten up and gone for a run for the first time in a while.
Whoa.
And so, hey, and if I can get back off my couch and haven't run in 3 months and all of a sudden I can run 45 minutes after no prep time, I'm happy. So,
Good God. I'd be happy with running for 5 minutes straight.
Yeah, I
It's-
can't run at all. So,
Well, I used to run constantly. So yeah, it's just, it made me upset, you know, a couple months ago where I tried to run and I ran for 15 minutes and I was like, ugh. Just based off where I had been, it felt like a back step. So it's nice to be able to have the energy and the motivation to get up and actually do some of that stuff again, which I haven't had in, I don't know how long, Chris, a year?
Something like that, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's been a
exciting.
while. So it's nice to be doing that and stuff. So yeah, I can't really complain. I got therapy tomorrow. I've got my psych the day after that. Far as I know, the meds are going well. So yeah. Chris, what?
Sorry, you just remind me of something, and now I'm taking over your mental health check-in, which I apapologize. But
It's
just
okay.
really fast, really exciting news. I just found out.
You're a therapist now.
Now I wish. I wish I had those amazing skills to be able to help people. So a while back, I had to stop therapy just because it's expensive, and for a while I had a situation where I was getting some help, which was really great, and then I had to go away. I just found out that my job is providing a new service to where we get up to 9 free therapy sessions. So I mean, that's not going to solve everything, but 9 is still awesome, and I can spread that out to be able to kind of help. So that was just super exciting. And when you said therapist, I was like, sweet, I forgot I can do that. So that was a good reminder for me.
Just another reason, Chris, that I need to come and work for your company. I know I live 2 hours away, but I will make the drive. Just because everything about it sounds wonderful. But
Well, I mean, KDC just gave us $1 million, so just buy a plane. That'll be easy.
yeah, I'll just buy another house up there and I'll live
Is that
there
how
during the week.
I don't know. Is that how expensive? Are planes more or less expensive than $1 million? I don't know.
I have a feeling that it's more than $1 million for a plane.
When you have
Someone
to fuel
live
it.
tweet us that.
Yeah, somebody right now.
Live tweet us for a thing that we're recording currently.
Yep. Okay, I got a tweet. Yep. Who's this from? It's from Film Roast. Hannah at Film
I
Roast.
thought it was gonna be Richard Branson.
No, it's Hannah at Film Roast because she knows more than most people that I know in my life. And she says you can get a decent sized plane, personal jet,
For
$12.
$12.
Aldi.
Aldi.
She said
You know
Aldi.
what?
Aldi's
You
where
know,
it's at.
It's the brand names. That's what gets you every single time. That's why Aldi's able to. That's good to know.
That's why you gotta shop at Aldi. You can get Lucky Charms for like $2 because it's Lucky Farms, and it's just like the leprechaun's just a little different. Like it's great.
He's a little farmer.
Anyway, he's a little farmer. Oh, I'd buy that cereal.
I would too.
I'm just trying to think the off-brand of a plane, and that makes me really scared.
You should. It's just a hang glider. Anyway, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, remember we are not professionals, but you can email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com. And if you'd like it read on the show, just let us know that it's okay to read on the show. We read them on the episodes where we don't have a guest on because we want to respect our guest's time. But speaking of episodes where we don't have a guest on, hi listeners. So you may have noticed we have guests a lot lately. And we've just had a bunch of best friends come forward and want to be a part of this movement and want to be on the show, and that's amazing. And so we are probably for the foreseeable future, at least for a while, dropping back to one episode with just me and Chris a month, at least for right now, just because we've had so many opportunities to talk with amazing people. And so we want to definitely get you all that content and show you that more and more people are willing to come on and fight stigma and tell you, hey, you're not alone, and talk to you about this stuff. So just a heads up, that was random. But
Yeah,
again,
we could try to do some like you and me extras, for the Patreons or something. We can
Yeah,
try
absolutely.
and fit that in a little bit too. So, because we do love just hanging out, just us two as well. But we have so
Sometimes.
many friends, and that's exciting. All right, well, fine then. I guess
that
that's how we're
sounded
gonna
so
play
conceited. We
Goodness
have so many
gracious.
friends.
No, I
Anyway.
mean that as exciting as one who's not always had so many friends. That's encouraging to
I
have.
know, I'm just being a smart ass. But like I said, you can email us at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com, or you can check out our Facebook group, The Best Friends, where you can talk about anything as serious as you need to talk about in a safe space, or anything as funny as you need to talk about. I have saved more memes to my photo roll on my iPhone than in any other group I've ever been in. So I share them all the time. I send them to my wife. Even though she's in the group, I don't know why I do that. Y'all, I'm rambling. It's been a long day. We're going to move on to our first topic. Hey, Chris,
Yeah,
explain this
goodness.
to me because we've never done this.
Yeah, so this is a new idea. It's like a new segment that I wanted to throw out, and I'm testing it on you, Sarah.
Oh,
so
boy.
hopefully you'll like it. So
She met it with such fervor. She was so
I
excited.
know that's really encouraging. So here it is. This adulting, we like to mix things up, and we like to find new ways to be able to find out interesting facts about each other. And so, although we do love each other on the show, me and Steven, although we attempt to function as adults, we sometimes still struggle in some areas like sharing, for example. And because of that, we often, me and him, resort to calling dibs for certain areas. So in this new segment, I'm going to introduce a scenario of some sort. The most common one would be like stranding on a desert island, right? And then we're going to take turns, us three, only being able to pick one thing, select it from a different category of items. And I'm going to kind of let you know which each one is, just to kind of see what things are important for each other. But here's the catch. What happens if one of your friends, like Steven, for example, picks something that I really, really wanted? Well, I can call dibs, and I can steal it from them. The fact is, though, you can only do that once in this entire game. So everyone gets rewarded one dibs. And you can't dibs a dibs because that's not how dibs works. Whoever calls it gets it. Duh. If you don't know what dibs is, then go look it up on Urban Dictionary. And then we're just going to kind of see what type of stuff is out there. So here's my scenario. Are you ready for it?
Okay, yes.
So
I am inspired by one of your podcasts, Sarah.
Uh-oh.
And that is Girl in Space. And so I want us to think about what would happen if we were stranded in space. And let me be clear, that's something that is like a real anxiety for a lot of people, including my wife. So we will talk not too much about the floating in space part and more about just what things would you get. So this is all we know. We don't know how long we're going to be there, okay? We are not going to be with anyone else. We know that. All we know is we're getting a few minutes to pack. So we have to figure out what we're going to bring. And so here's the first category. You have to bring one pair of clothes. And what I mean by that, it's just some type of like clothing item of some sort. Let's not worry about it getting dirty or anything like that. This is an imaginary world where we don't have to think about this, but it's just bringing one thing. And so, Sarah, as our guest, because I think there's a couple things we might all want to try and take. I'm going to be nice in the first round. I'm going to let you take something first. So, what are you going to take and pack? Just one item from clothing in that category.
Sweatpants.
Dang, that's good. That's good. And your reasoning, of course, is just you're going to be hanging out, hovering on a spacecraft or whatever you want to call it. I guess you have to. Man, I'm really upset. Part of me wants to already call dibs, but I'm not going to. I don't want to waste it on the very first one. So, okay. So, comfortable. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Steven, what are you going to call?
is this the only item of clothing I'm going to have the whole time?
Yeah, am I going to be like weirdly
okay.
topless with sweatpants?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Let me be clear. Okay, that's a good clarification. You have to be a nudist. No. Pretty much one like when I say specialty item, just imagine like if you call t-shirt, then the rest of us have to find some other type of thing to wear that's not a t-shirt.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're gonna have other clothes, but that's your main one.
Because my first thought when Sarah said that, I was like, really? We're going with pants over something like a shirt? Like, okay.
Sweatpants are important.
Sweatpants are important.
That's like my goal at the end of the day is sweatpants.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Steven, what are you going with?
Just a robe, man. I've joined Team
smart.
Robe lately, and
That's smart.
I love being on Team Robe. I'm not gonna lie to you. So some
What
days
type
just
of
getting out
robe
of
do
the
you have?
shower,
Is it like a full robe? Is it like to your knees? Is it to your?
Oh, it is a full like the robe I have.
Short robe, isn't it? It's like a mini robe. It's like a mini skirt.
I put on a show. No, it's a flannel robe that goes down to like my knees. And it's so comfortable and soft, and I love it so much, and I'm taking it with me.
Okay. Well, here's my thing about robes. They're too hot. I love the idea of robes.
This one's not.
But they're just too hot. I've tried. I just get really overheated. So I've gone back and forth on a few different items. Do I want super cozy socks? Because that sounds pretty awesome. Do I want, which I don't know if I've talked about this on this podcast or not. I have some stretchy pants, which are my absolute favorite. I wore them when we first met Sarah. The reason why I know that is not because I specifically have a fond memory of what I was wearing, but more of I pretty much wear these freaking pants every single day. I love them so much, I asked for the exact same pair, the exact same color for this year for Christmas. So now I just have 2 of the exact same pair that I alternate between. They're like jeggings, kind of, but not tight. So let me be clear. They're not, I'm not putting on too much of a show. So I want to go with stretchy pants, but I'm going to have to, if no one else is going to go with like sweatshirt hoodie, then it's got to be me. You know,
Okay.
just because you feel super comfy, you can stack things in your little pockets and your little kangaroo pouch and everything. It's just, you can put snacks in there. So I'm going with sweatshirt if you took the sweatpants. All right. So the first was simple enough, but now we're getting into the difficult things. You can only have one meal. And I'm going to help you out here. You don't get tired of it.
Okay.
Or should you get tired of it? Which makes a better strategy? No, I think we're going to get boring answers if we say get tired of it. So you can only get one meal. And so since last time you picked for Sarah, this time, Steven, you get a pick. What is your one meal going to be?
Does it have any effect on our health?
Yes.
Oh, you've ruined everything.
I'm sorry. Yes, it does.
Dang it. Okay, in that case, I'm going very specific here.
Okay.
So only people who went to college with us are going to quite understand this reference. I want the fish tacos from Black Cat.
Okay, that's a restaurant.
Yes, Black Cat is a burrito restaurant in Boone, North Carolina. But I could eat the fish tacos there that come with the little side of chips and a little bit of that slaw.
I could very specific.
Eat. Yes, I could eat the fish tacos with the mango salsa just all day long. So that's gonna be it for me.
Okay. Well, I'm going. I'm not worried about my health in this situation because I'm freaking alone in space, and that already terrifies me. So I might.
Good point.
So I'm going straight up Southern food. I'm going chicken pot pie. I'm going mac and cheese. I'm going green beans, lima beans, mashed potatoes, yeast rolls. I'm pretty much not going to make it past week 2 in space. But hey,
Sarah's face is lighting up more and more as you talk.
I have my hoodie, which is 3 sizes too big, and I got to make that fit somehow. Am I right? So that's my meal. You know, I'm going big or going home. So, all right, Sarah, we've gone 2 very different directions. One, a very specific reference there's no way you would have known about to take. And it'd be hilarious if you would have called dibs for that, by the way.
Excuse me, I need that.
And
they're
then
really good fish tacos.
Mine is the equivalent of Cracker Barrel is pretty much what I'm describing. So for you, what's going to be your meal?
Oh man, I love food, and so the thought of discussing it is delightful. The thought of limiting myself to a very specific diet is distressing.
I know.
Immediately, I don't know if this is because I live in South Dakota, my mind went to steak. I want like a giant steak and
whoa,
yes, with a sweet potato with lots of butter and some broccoli on the side that's been roasted and not steamed, and then a piece of pecan pie for dessert.
I like how in our scenario,
I didn't even go dessert.
The healthiest option, I think, was fish tacos.
Oh, it was.
Definitely with mango salsa. Yeah, that's good for you.
I know. I mean, mine might be in
And
there.
I left off dessert. If I have, can I add a dessert?
Why not?
Can I just add the dessert that everybody online is gonna boo me for?
Okay.
Because it's like the imposter of desserts, and that's frozen yogurt. It's not ice cream,
Really?
so people
It's
get mad.
good.
It's not gelato, but at the same time, I want to relive that experience. One of the bonding moments in our friendship, y'all, was at the Podfest.
You're being
at
a
the
sap.
Podfest. We went and we got frozen yogurt, and we sat outside in Florida, and we talked for like 2 hours, and it was so nice. So I'm gonna do that. So I'm getting straight up. What flavor do I want? Do I have to decide a flavor?
No. Hey, Sarah, I love you, but I'm going to take ice cream. I'll think about you while I just eat ice cream. Is that cool?
No, that's fine.
I'll still think about our friendship, but
That's good.
But
You do ice cream.
I'm weird enough that I actually like frozen yogurt better. Whoa, said it.
we don't even have time to have that discussion right now. Let's keep going. So the next one is you only have one TV show or movie that you can pick. And when I say TV show, I mean that could be a series or it can be like a movie series. So I'll give you either one of those. And so so I guess this time I have to pick, right? And this is difficult because there's a lot of different directions I would want to go. Part of me, just as a joke that I'm not completely joking about, I want to pick the movie series that is my guilty pleasure, and that is the Fast and the Furious series. But I think that everyone will hate on me, and they've hated on me in the past for it. And so because of that, I will. I'm going to go a TV show because at the end of the day, there's more options that you can choose from. And I could do something like Friends where there's longevity of things. I could do something short that is just was like a really good 1 or 2 seasons. I think I'm going to meet in the middle, and I'm going to go with a show that me and Steven really like, and that's Psych. Psych. What's great about that is it's funny. It's you can always kind of watch it and it's enjoyable too, but it's also 40 minutes, so it's the best of both worlds. So it's not just like comedy so often are 20 minutes, and I feel like I want comedy. I'm not sitting there wanting to watch something super, super sad if I'm already in freaking space. And I want something that's not space related because I got that covered. You don't have to worry. And so I'm going with Psych because there's 8 seasons and it's tons of episodes. So that's what I'm going with. All right, Sarah, are you going with a TV series or a movie series?
So what's the rule for dibs here? Like if I steal Psych away from you, like what would happen to you? Would you have to choose something new, or like how does that work?
That's a great question. One that truthfully I had not fully put enough thought into. If you take dibs, then I guess I have to pick something else.
Oh man. Oh, it's just
which is fine.
Oh. I don't want to be a jerk though. Like
that.
that's like
we literally have a game called Dibs. I think you're fine to. You were given it to steal if that's what you want to do.
Initially, I was gonna go with like Buffy the Vampire Slayer because like there's a lot of story there and humor and but I'm gonna dibs.
Are you calling
I'm
it?
gonna dibs Psych away from you.
All right. Well, while I think of a new one, then Steven,
Question.
You okay? Go ahead.
If she had made a choice, but then also dibs to you, would she get 2 TV shows?
I don't know. I mean, we're kind of making this up as we go, so I guess we can
Interesting.
vote. This
Fair
is
enough.
a democracy here. What do you think? Do you
I
wanna
just think it's interesting because dibs, I think, doesn't have to occur on your term or on your turn. I think you can dibs it while they're explaining it.
Oh, yes.
Because if we're obeying the rule of dibs, it's like, nope, you don't get that. I get it.
You're right. So congratulations, you stole mine and you get another one. So now I don't have any TV. Thank you, Sarah.
Do you want
What am I
Buffy
gonna
the
do
Vampire
instead?
Slayer?
No, because I'm too scared of that.
It's not
I'm a-
scary.
I'm a
Nothing about
scared
Buffy
boy.
is scary.
Okay, you say that.
So is your other one Buffy, Sarah?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
Buffy and Psych, and then I'm over here just not watching another freaking day of TV in my life.
Well, how about this? You can have like half of each season.
Oh, that's nice. I'll just reenact all the Fast and Furious movies myself. I'm gonna have a lot of free time, so I think I can do that. Steven, what are you going with?
That's not really hard for me. It's got to be comedy. It's got to be something that has longevity. It's not going to be a movie. I like to laugh, but also sometimes I want to feel something. So I'm going with The Office.
That's a good one. That's a good one. It makes sense. That's a quality thing that you can keep watching. So, all right. Well, this next category.
Wait, did you ever pick something?
I don't. She stole it.
I stole his.
Oh, so you don't get
and I
anything.
feel
Gotcha.
guilty about that.
It's too late. Now you have to deal with the repercussions. That's the reality of what dibs is like.
TV
and so
watchers
now-
guilt.
Yeah, and so now I'm gonna really need this because I don't have anything to watch, and that is you've got one book. One book. I know that's hard specifically for the person that reads and writes, but hold on, that made it sound like the rest of us don't read or write. To be clear, Sarah, you very much enjoy both of those. And so who's first this time? I think it's Sarah again.
Oh, I can't. Oh, jeez. Oh,
You got to pick one.
gosh.
You have to pick one. And I'll say, it can be a series.
Oh, like a whole series? Oh, that makes it even harder because I was
That
like,
changes everything.
oh,
I know it does.
because okay, originally, you know what? Oh gosh, am I gonna do this? I think I'm gonna do this. I have the collected works of Flannery O'Connor, and like that was just where that was where my brain went.
Who?
You're so sophisticated.
No. I think it's because of your Southern accents. Like I think that's why I went Flannery
like it.
O'Connor.
Flannery O'Connor.
And I think that's what mine would be because it would be perennially interesting. It's a ton of like very weird Southern Gothic short stories, and I think that there would be a lifetime of meaning to mine out of it.
Steven, this changes everything for you, so I know you want to call dibs on Flannery O'Connor.
What if I dibsed Flannery O'Connor?
That's okay because I have 2 shows to watch, I guess. So that's.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true.
But also,
I only
you
got
would
the
you'd
one.
have a lifetime of learning ahead of you.
That is true.
So, from something very sophisticated to my answer, I'm a comic book nerd. We all know I'm a comic book nerd, and you said it can be a series.
Yeah.
And while I could be just a total jerk and be like, I'm going to take Batman and just every Batman comic, I'm going to pick something that is a concise series. It's not done yet, but in this world, I'm going to say the full series once it's done. Saga. I'm going to tape Saga because Fiona Staples is like my favorite artist and Brian K. Vaughan is like my favorite writer. So I'm bringing Saga with me forever and ever, and I will read it over and over and over again because I'm obsessed with it. And Sarah clearly likes Saga. You had a little freak out there.
I'm so disappointed in myself that I wasted my dibs. I wasted it.
Psych is a waste compared to Saga. I'm
Saga
sorry.
is so good.
Oh, it's
it
amazing.
Wow.
is.
So you are reading those things, and I was planning on having to pick something else, but if it's wide open, then I'm taking Harry Potter.
Dibs.
Damn it!
I knew you'd pick it, so I didn't pick it.
Shoot.
So now he
now
has
I
Harry
have-
Potter and Saga.
And Saga.
Okay.
And I have no books or TV.
Or
you
TV.
You were. I need you to understand. Out of anyone in this group, I think we can agree that if there was going to be someone who was already going to be reenacting a lot of weird things by himself in the first place, it would have been me. Now with no other form of entertainment, pretty much, it's going to be real bad. So,
I'm so happy that I could take that away from you.
I'm going to have created like 15 different musicals. All different types. One based off Fast and Furious. One off of the Golden
Too
Girls.
Fast, Too Furious.
Because I do love the Golden Girls. Wow. All right.
Oh, this
I'm
is
just sad.
harsh. This is harsh.
Well, the good news is, you can't call it dibs anymore. But I don't know if any of the more fun ones. I still can call it dibs. So we're gonna start with Steven this time. Since I have no entertainment, I'm especially gonna need this entertainment, and that is you get to bring one pet. What's your pet going to be? And let me be clear. We're going to, in this imaginary world, poop isn't a thing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So it's
I'm gonna
not
get
like
real
you're going to be in a
specific.
spaceship just filled with poo-poo everywhere.
I'm going to get real specific with my choice here.
I know what you're going to pick.
I think the obvious choice is for me to go with Ghost, my dog, but I'm not going to pick that. I'm going to pick your dog, Augie.
Okay.
So now do you want to dibs your dog and take him away from me, or do you just...
I think that, okay, here's the thing. I was waiting for one of you to say dog. And so, yeah, I'm going to dibs. I'm going to take the
Okay.
dog. Because even if it wasn't my dog, I was going to dibs specifically that. And
If
so,
you hadn't dibsed your own dog...
Oh, actually, can I say something 2 seconds about my dog? Fun fact. So we're recording on a Monday. This will come out a few days later. A really exciting thing that is good for my mental health that I forgot to bring up in my mental health check-in is today is the 3-year anniversary of the day we adopted my dog Augie from the rescue.
Yay.
And
Augie.
Congrats.
it has been thank you. It's been a great 3 years. I I had lived with some dogs before in my family, but I wasn't a dog person for a long time, and so he made me into a dog lover, and has helped me through a lot of really rough times.
He's amazing.
Some might say, Augie, I didn't start having troubles until you came around. What are you doing? Are you trying to curse me? But if he's cursed me with anything, it's his adorable love. And so yes, of course I'm taking Augie, especially
I will
being
say I'm
the 3-year
sad.
anniversary.
I'm more sad than I thought that I don't get to keep Augie.
So here's what's great about this. If I don't get a book and I don't get TV shows why not I say it like that? TV shows to distract me, at least I have another companion.
Yeah, now you have 2 pets.
Oh my God, I do have 2 pets. What do I even do? I didn't even think about this. Oh shoot! All right, I'm going with an otter. I love otters. The fact that my dog Augie and an otter could be best friends. Okay, in this fictitious world where there's no poop, I'm also going to imagine that Augie is not going to freak out that he sees an otter, and I'm going to imagine that they're best friends, and it's literally just going to be a puppy otter potty. Puppy otter potty. No, there's no potty there. I told you. It's going to be I'm changing my tune. I don't need Psych. I don't need Harry Potter. It's just me, my dog, and an otter. I didn't mean to rhyme.
Let's bring it down real quick.
That's so perfect.
In this imaginary world, do the animals live forever?
Oh, why would you do that to me, you son of a bitch?
No, I'm serious. I was wondering.
Oh, man, I feel like... Here's where I'm at. I feel like from the food answer I gave earlier, where physics and laws applied, that I should be consistent. But I've had a bad day, and I don't want to think about that, and so I'm going to do the opposite. And I'm going to say, they live forever!
Cool.
In fact, our souls are so combined that we all live together. And when one of us goes, we all go.
Oh.
Okay, that sounded a little bit more...
the life expectancy of dogs and otters is not that long, so no thank you.
No, but they're connected to a different life expectancy. And we're going to be best friends forever. And we're going to just go to sleep every night cuddling. Me, a puppy, and an otter. Beat that. Sarah, you choose. Choose elephant.
Why did I use my dibs so early? I want this
All right,
snuggle party.
What are you going to get?
Well, I have cats at my house. One of the problems is that I was tested last year. I am highly allergic to my cats. So I probably should not be locked on a space station with something I'm highly allergic to.
Absolutely no clean air.
Yeah,
no way you can escape it.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Maybe if they don't poop, they also don't shed, and I don't know. It's maybe asking too much. Okay, this is also very weird, but maybe this is just where I am today. You started talking about steadfast companions. I started thinking about those amazing, like, giant tortoises.
Oh my gosh!
Because they would live a long time, and they would just be very calming. I feel like it would be a very calming experience, but it wouldn't be snuggly, and so that's when I started kind of like backing away from that.
No, here's the thing though. So I don't know if you're familiar with this popular TV show from Nickelodeon, but there was this show for a while called Hey Arnold, and one of the most wonderful episodes is when he both becomes the companion of and frees a large sea turtle from this horrible place that was taking care of it. And it was wonderful, and I wanted a giant sea turtle for a long time. And so I think that's a pretty amazing situation.
I love it. And also, like, when they eat food, like, their head comes out and it looks like a person who has a sock puppet on their head, on their hand.
Like a grumpy old man. Oh, just eating some lettuce.
Okay, so that would be my eternal delight.
Man, goodness gracious. All right, we're down to just a couple more. So, electronic. Now, obviously we have a TV because you have TV. So I'll give us all that. So one more electronic beyond that. It can be anything. It can be related to entertainment. It can be related to something else. Steven, I think it goes with you, right? You're first?
No, I went first last time because I picked Augie.
Oh, so it's me. Well, this is easy enough, and since no one can call dibs, it's very exciting. I need some type of entertainment, so I'm bringing my video games and my console. I mean, it's only fair. You've taken everything else from me except for
You're
my
a
two lovely,
monster.
fluffy animals. So yeah, I'm gonna just take video games, and I'm gonna get real good at some stuff, y'all. I'm gonna become the master. Now I can't connect to internet, so I can't do like live or anything, but that's okay. I'm gonna dominate. So quickly, this is becoming pretty amazing. I'm gonna sit all day, eat chicken pie, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese, cuddle with a bunch of fluffy animals, and then play video games. Oh God, I've created my heaven.
You know, I was about to say your nightmare scenario has very quickly evolved.
Oh, it's becoming a beautiful. This might be my happy place whenever I'm stressed. I'll just close my eyes. So, Sarah, what are you going to do? What electronic are you going to bring?
I think I would bring my laptop or some sort of word processing equipment because I would need and want to write and to chronicle my days aboard the space station with my steak and my giant tortoise. So
yeah, and that's a good way to. I mean, that's if you're not going to be talking to animals like I am, then well, you're going to be talking to a sea turtle. Besides that, no, that's a great way to process and deal with. Oh, that's a good answer, Steven. So, what are you going to come up with? An electric razor? What else do you have?
I could. I'm going to bring my phone.
Okay.
I can't talk to anybody, and I don't have Wi-Fi. I know.
but it's still
So
useful.
what you gonna do on it?
I'm gonna record.
Ooh.
Because 1, it will help me chronicle things, and 2, I will have another human voice to hear other than what's on the TV.
That's smart.
Yeah, I can talk to something and feel like it's retaining what I'm saying.
This sounds
so
like
if
a really
nothing else, I'm
good
gonna
premise
record.
for an audio drama.
Interesting.
I
Someone.
wonder where I could have gotten this idea
I'm such a
from.
turd. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. If we were doing it, it'd be a very different show. If you were doing it, it'd just be all about a girl in space.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Plug.
Yeah,
All right,
that's-
and finally, I'm down between a few different ones. I can't decide which one we should do. So how about we'll pick together? We can either have a miscellaneous round. We can have a toiletry round. Where there's only one type of toiletry that you can have, and we'll assume there's endless supply of it. Or 3, a picture round, and that's some type of picture. Whatever fun picture that you'd want. So which one are y'all thinking? Which one are you liking?
Toiletries.
Toiletries. Yep. I feel like that's like kind of important.
I'll be honest with you. Y'all both had a fun smile on your face, and I was like, oh, they're thinking about what picture they want to bring. Nope. Apparently, they're thinking about TP. All right. So I think, Sarah, it's you, and we've all used our dibs. So whatever happens, happens. What toiletry are you going with?
I'm going with soap.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going with soap.
I get it. Steven, what are you going for?
Just because those fish tacos are gonna get kind of boring, and I'm gonna need some other taste. I'm gonna go with toothbrush, just so that I can
Oh.
at least there's some minty, like refreshing goodness on the side.
You mean including the toothpaste? So-
Well, yeah, of course. Like, does it not come with the toothpaste?
No, I was just laughing because you're like, I want to take a toothbrush because it'll taste like mint. I just imagine.
Oh no, yeah,
You
with
eating
with the
toothbrushes.
toothpaste.
All right. This has left me with a couple things I could do. I could go toilet paper, which would be a pretty valuable thing to have. I could have deodorant so I don't smell. But I'm actually going with specifically dandruff shampoo because your boy's got an itchy head. And I could not even imagine attempting to live without dandruff shampoo because I would be scratching. I mean, who would scratch more, me, the puppy, or the otter? It would be like just a constant. I mean, it'd be kind of cute, but it'd also be gross. So I'm going with dandruff shampoo if I had to pick one.
You're living with a puppy and an otter, dude. I would have brought like clippers in case you absolutely need to get rid of fleas.
I've made my decision. Maybe please don't like dandruff shampoo. It won't make it work. I've got a lot of time to figure it out. So with that was just my Girl in Space inspired thing just to figure out what is a priority, what's interesting for you. And all of those we took very different directions on some of these, except for when you stole my stuff.
Sorry.
But hey, it's okay. But I hope you enjoy your books and your TV. I'm going to enjoy my multiple furry animals. And with that,
All right.
I'm good. What's next, Steven?
Well, we're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back with more Is This Adulting? Hey everybody, best friend number 1, Stephen Pappas here, breaking in with your weekly podcast recommendation. So this week we are recommending Hanalyze This, which I have absolutely fallen in love with. So Hannah Hart, wildly successful, Superfly, very amazing, and her best friend Hannah Gelb, her middle name is Ruth, discuss life, love, and the pursuit of happiness in a frank and no bullshit manner in this self-help podcast that just can't help itself. I have fallen deeply in love with this show, y'all. Every week, the two Hannahs sit down and they have like a new self-help like fad that they've decided they're going to test out. And they test it out, they give their honest feedback, whether they agree or not, on the podcast. And it's just a load of fun. I love it so very much. They talk a lot about mental health, and they are very open and honest, and that's something I respect, is just how genuine they are. So definitely check them out. You can find them on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts, and you can check them out at Hanalyze Pod on Twitter. Back to the show. All right, it's game time.
Woo!
Chris's favorite part of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And most people are going, wait, wasn't that a very long game?
Nope.
Think of it more as a thought exercise.
It's a conversation starter, so to speak. No, this is actual game where points are given out, and someone will win and someone will lose. So Steven, he has a history of being pretty competitive and wanting to destroy every guest that comes on. So Sarah, I speak for all of us out there when we're cheering for you, for our own confidence sake. So this is a game, we've played before. And, my wife has recently just started learning Spanish for a class, and she's been doing a great job on that. And it made me think, we haven't played Lost in Translation for a while, and so I want to play that. So this is the rules for anyone new, or for you as well, Sarah. I take a popular song from sometime throughout history, and I take it on Google Translate and translate it into like 45 different languages. And then I come back to English and we see what weird thing has come out. And you have to try and guess which song did this line come from. And then at the end, I will read to you the translated version of this new song. So the first one, and we need a buzzer, don't we? We need some type of, give me a different word in a different language, Steven. Whatever you want that to be.
Jumbo.
Jumbo? That's from Too Fast, Too Furious from a while ago.
No.
Or Too Fast, Too Trivia from that thing. Remember when I said Jumbo? What does Jumbo mean again? Hello, right? Okay, so that's yours. That's Swahili, correct?
Yep.
All right, so what random word in a different language are you going to use for your buzzer, Sarah?
Hola.
Give me anything.
I don't
Easy
know.
enough.
I'm just going to say this right now.
That's completely fine.
I know English very well. I don't know many other languages at all. So
That's okay.
I don't
Everyone
know
knows
English very
at least one or two other words, and that's what's important. So your buzzword is going to be what you've just said, and you get 2 points if you get it. If you miss it, the other person gets a chance, a 50-50 chance, so they get 1 point if they were to get it right. Okay. So I'm going to read this quick line, and then from there, I will read the 3 selections, and you choose which one you think it is. All right. So the line from the song is, "You are the weakest I have ever seen." So it's a really upbeat, truly wonderful compliment they're giving. It's, "You are the weakest I have ever seen." Is it A, No Scrubs by TLC, B, The Joker by Steve Miller Band, or C, You'll Be in My Heart by Phil Collins? Who is going to guess?
Hola?
You're the weakest I have ever seen. Oh, okay. You sounded not super sure, but that's okay. Which one are you going with?
I'm going to go with C, You'll Be in My Heart.
The answer is unfortunately not C. I'm so sorry. It's all right. So for the point, you can choose between No Scrubs by TLC or The Joker by Steve Miller Band. Steven, the line is, "You are the weakest I have ever seen." Which?
The Joker.
Congratulations, you got a point.
Is it "You're the cutest thing that I ever did see"?
It is. So, just to remind you, I took just part of the chorus of "You're the cutest thing I ever did see. I really love your peaches. I want to shake your tree. Lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey all the time. Ooh wee baby, I sure show you a good time." It's slightly different now, everyone. It's now "You are the weakest I have ever seen." Instead of "I really like your peaches," it's "I like fishing." I don't know how that's happened. It says "I want to shake your tree." Now it just says "You want to feel it." That sounds like a very unfortunate threat that I am not in support of. And instead of lovey-dovey, lovey-dovey, it's now "Seeing love, 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 love will always come." What a confident thing, though, you know? It went weird for a minute of saying "You want to feel it," but then it comes back around and says "Love will always come." That's inspiring. And finally, "Ooh wee baby, I'll show you a good time." It's now "Wow, honey, you have to show a good job." It's really going back and forth from or insult to compliment, threat to inspirational thing from a fortune cookie to somewhat misogynist kind of weird
creepy
thing. So, but I mean, who knows that much about Steve Miller? I don't really know. But congratulations, Stephen. You got the first point, but it's still anyone's game. Do not worry. So the next one, are you ready for this? Mm-hmm. The line is, "Everyone who wants his heart will come to you." What a strange yet beautiful, haunting line of "Everyone who wants his heart will come to you." Is it A, "Eye of the Tiger" by Survivor, B, "My Heart Will Go On" by Celine Dion, or C, "When You Wish Upon a Star" by Disney? I actually realized Disney?
The public domain?
From Pinocchio?
Yes. So everyone who wants his heart will come to you. What a beautiful and scary thing for someone to tell you if you were walking by them in the streets. Anyone can guess at any time. Which one do you think it is? Buzz in.
Jumbo.
Steven, which one
Is
is
it
it?
"When You Wish Upon a Star"?
You got it. Oh my God.
Is it "Anything Your Heart Desires Will Come to You"?
Well, let's just read some of this and kind of see what is going on. So, here's the part I took. So, "When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you. If your heart is in your dream, no request is too extreme. When you wish upon a star, as dreamers do, fate is kind." This is the new version. It's a little bit weirder. "If you want the star, this does not show you who you are." "Everyone who wants his heart will come to you. When your heart is in dreams, no requirement is too much. If you want the star like a dream, goal is good." It's different, but I mean, I don't know. So, but hey, it's okay, because although you are currently down 3-0, what I often do with these games is when Steven always seems to go ahead because he's a jerk, I make the last one really the most important one. So the last one's worth 100,000 points.
I hate you.
So whoever gets this one wins. Congratulations. Well, how about this? You win if you get it correctly the first time. If you don't, or if Sarah doesn't get it, then I'll be nice. I will let you win. So here is the last one. Are you ready for this? This beautiful yet sad line. And it's quite simple. It's, "I do not love my eyes." It's really kind of sad. Is it, which one of these songs? Is it A, "Strawberry Wine" by Deanne Carter, B, "Hollaback Girl" by Gwen Stefani, or C, "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith? It's "I Do Not Love My Eyes." Who will get it? "I do not love my eyes, no I don't." I'm pretty much doing a weird version of Jeopardy.
Oh,
Just
I didn't know.
Is that Jeopardy? Is that what that was?
"I do not love my eyes and I don't love yours." So, all right, someone's got to buzz in.
Jumbo.
All right, which one is it?
I think you're misleading me with this one, but is it "I Don't Want to Miss a Thing"?
God, you are in my head tonight. Good
That's what I
Lord.
was going to go with, but I thought it was too close.
I thought you were misleading me.
Yeah.
I know. See, that's what I do. Sometimes I make it seem misleading. Sometimes it's It's how you have to mix it up. Steven, you did the clean sweep. That's okay.
You're wonderful. Yes.
Sorry, Sarah.
No,
love you.
no.
Let me read to you some of these beautiful lyrics from I Don't Want to Miss a Thing. The original lyrics are, I don't want to close my eyes, I don't want to fall asleep, because I'd miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. Because even when I dream of you, the sweetest dreams would never do. I'd still miss you, baby, and I don't want to miss a thing. That's pretty sweet. Let's see which is sweeter, though, this one or the new translated version. I do not love my eyes. I do not want to sleep. Because I remember you are my darling. There is nothing left. Because it's a dream. The most beautiful dreams will not happen. I need a baby. And I do not want to lose anything.
I need a baby.
So, most of it is a very sad poem that just turns into a strange request of, I need a baby.
Excuse me, sir. I need a baby.
There's a few things I need to tell you, sir. One, I do not love my eyes. And two, I do not want to sleep, so don't even you dare ask me.
But I do need a baby.
With that, Stephen, congratulations. You have won this version, or this week's episode, or not episode, what am I saying? This rendition, you know what I'm getting at, of Lost in Translation.
Lost in Translation, yay!
Congratulations, we did
Let's
it.
do that game every week.
It's a good
You
game.
are very good at this game. Or maybe
I have a lot of useless knowledge.
You also just know me well enough that doesn't help. But you also do have a great memory of lyrics, so you're able to recall them pretty quickly.
I remember an insane amount of lyrics.
I know, so that is an unfair advantage for you. I didn't think about that. Gosh.
Sorry.
You should do it next time.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Since I have no skills with remembering lyrics.
All right. Challenge accepted.
All right.
All right, well, we are going to move on to the final topic of the night, day, afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. We're gonna have Sarah's topic now. So, Sarah, what is it that we are going to talk about?
What an interesting question, because while you were away earlier, Chris called an audible and said that. So initially, we were going to be talking about expectations versus reality, because I think that there's a lot to talk about there with how we get let down, and how we let ourselves down, and how we need to like reframe the way we think, blah, blah, blah. But then we started talking while you were away about both of us have very recently had some very difficult conversations. And so I think that might be what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we changed it on you, Steven.
It's unacceptable.
We're going to have a difficult conversation that we've changed the topic.
Hey, look,
It's
I'm
now a
having one
difficult
right now.
conversation. We are.
No.
All right,
We did
so-
it. That's the topic. Have a good night.
You know, I want to talk with you both about this, because part of where a lot of my anxiety has come from over the last couple of years, and a lot of my depression of having to just refigure out life when I didn't expect to, was based off of a lot of very difficult, awkward, painful conversations that caused me anxiety leading up to it, knowing I knew I needed to have a conversation, but I was just afraid to then realizing I can't hold this anymore. My body is clearly telling me you're going to fall apart if you don't do something. And then have the conversation, which is very, very hard in itself. And then you leave and you have like 2 seconds relief. And then that immediately goes from relief of sweet, it's done, to, oh my God, it's done. What does that mean? Do these people hate me? All these type of things. And part of me feels like the more difficult conversations you have, it gets a little easier. But in some ways, I'm realizing the more you have, it's just a painful reminder of the scar that you have to keep coming back to. And even if it might be a little bit easier in the moment, I felt more anxiety each time I have to have another difficult conversation, because I'm carrying all the baggage and pain from previous ones. And then afterwards, I think about it longer, because I may not think about that specific conversation as long, but I play every single one I've had and it becomes the equivalent of greatest hits, but the opposite of a CD I would never want to listen to, like one of the newer versions of the now, that's what I call music CDs, and it's just a painful reminder of things. So I'm just want to ask you some questions about how have you processed that in the past? What has worked for you? What things have definitely not? Because I've definitely found a lot of those things that don't work either. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious from y'all's perspective, some thoughts.
I love the fact that you're even bringing this up, and I love that you are talking about it in a way that they do haunt you. They haunt you, and there's. For me, I always think, okay, I'll just get this over with and then I'll never have to do this again. And like, that's the mentality I take. But then you do have to do it again and it sucks. And I feel like one conversation should just fix all the problems and then I'll never have to do that again, when really they keep happening. And it's a little, that's even a little frustrating in and of itself, is that like, oh man, I thought I fixed this already. Why do I have to deal with this again? So.
Yeah, I think the thing in particular that is hard is the more difficult conversations you've had, for me at least, in my mind, I find myself at a weird odds of, I know what's going to be best is for me to go ahead and get this over with, because the anxiety that I'm building in my head and overthinking about it for the next multiple days, if not next couple of weeks, is going to be worse. It's the pulling off the Band-Aid type of thing. But it's this weird thing of, that's what's better for you, but you don't want to enter back into that pain, that painful reminder. And that's kind of where I've been at, to where, you can have a really good week and things are going well. And then one thing comes out of the blue, and I think the part that hurts the most is it's a combination of, it reminds you of the painful place that you've been in, or the painful place that you're currently in, if this is one of your first really hard, just scarring, difficult conversations. But for me, the thing that we've talked a lot about, Stephen, is I think the thing that is most defeating is whenever you go from feeling good to having another really bad week or bad day or whatever, it kind of makes you feel like you've gone all the way to the top of the stairs and then you fail all the way back down. And I think that's, for me, what sucks is it's that you take a step forward, but then you really took 3 steps back, and you're like, well, man, part of me would just rather be forward and not have to have this conversation, even though I know it's what needs to be done. It's just, it sucks. And this is when I wish that I had a wonderful puppy or otter to have holding me while I have this conversation, because both this conversation or any difficult conversation, because I don't know. It just kind of sucks. Like, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. And I'm trying to process this with y'all, and it just, even thinking about it is difficult, because you're right, Sarah. I can be relieved that, sweet, that's done. But really, it's more of how long. How long is that done until I have to go through this process again?
And that's, hard to think about in and of itself too. It seems like this cycle of defeat that you can never really get out of, which is probably the very wrong way to think about it, but that's kind of what it feels like. I have a similar problem where I guess I'm an optimist, and I always think that something will happen that will magically sweep me away from the situation, and if I just wait long enough, then I won't have to have the conversation, or it will fix itself or heal itself, or whatever situations do. I'm also a people pleaser, and you kind of alluded to that earlier too. Like, I'm terrified that people will dislike me, but sometimes you're in a situation where you need to have a conversation that ends a relationship, or sort of puts limits on a relationship, or where there's a number of work situations that can be like this too, where you have to do that. And I hate being forced into that, because I want to live in this, beautifully unified world where everybody loves everybody else. And that's, maybe a little naive, but,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you. Like, I think as a person that Stephen would agree that I'm definitely not only optimistic, but probably sometimes both overwhelmingly and also unhelpfully optimistic, because I don't always give other people the space they need to be able to be pessimistic or to be realistic. And so I've recognized that about myself. But it's interesting how optimism can be like a really awesome tool, but it can also make it worse because you can keep telling yourself, this is going to get better. Things are going to be improved. We can make it work out to where we don't have to have this difficult conversation, and it ends up extending it and making it worse because you didn't fully communicate what needed to happen. And yeah, I think the thing for me is usually difficult conversations end up, if you have any type of stress related to, people are going to hate me, or even if it's not that, even if it's, I know I have some friends who they struggle not with are people going to hate me, but feeling guilty that they should feel more guilty, of being like, I know I can come off super hard and super just cold, and that sucks because that's not what I mean to, but I know that they and everyone else probably sees me as not like compassionate enough. And so I think, that way people can struggle as well. And it just sucks to know that it's not that I don't want people to, I'm fine if people don't like me. For me, what is weird is I want people to not like me if they understand who I am. And if the things that I'm passionate about, the things I care about, they don't like, well, then there's not that much I can do about it. But the problem is usually I try and find some way if there is something else I can do about it, and that's usually not the case. And so I surround myself in negativity, and for every one person that doesn't like me, I forget the 20 people that love me, Mm-hmm. And it's just amazing how that's how the brain works, and it's unfortunate. I mean, I know we've talked about this with social media before too. Of that's a perfect example of, and I'm not on it the way that y'all are, but it's the same type of idea. You can have a bunch of friends. You get people saying that they care about you. They can tell you happy birthday. They can call you, all this type of stuff. And then you get one person that randomly says something horrible on Twitter or something, and you forget about every bit of love and compassion you were just showing, and all you can think about is the big poopy face. I'm sorry for using such crude language. I apologize. Like I said, harsh. I'm having a rough day, so I had to go for the sailor talk, Steven, how about you? I mean, I know tough conversations brings out a different feeling for you than it does for me, because even though I hate them, I still confront them to some degree. I know that you struggle in a different type of way. How are they for you?
I hide. I do everything to avoid the tough conversation, including convincing myself that it's a me problem. Mm-hmm. And that, it's something wrong with me, and I don't really need to have this conversation. I just need to fix whatever's wrong with me and manage it. It clearly isn't the other person all the time. That's my life. Yes. I was going to say, Sarah looks like she's like, preach.
We are the same. We are the same. Yes.
Yeah, that's so me. I always assume like, I gotta have this conversation. Clearly, I've done something to upset this person that's causing the problem. And so if I could just figure out how to not upset them anymore, that'll be fine. And that comes down to ideas about self-worth and value and all the things that I work on in therapy. The things of like, I'm a burden, I'm a problem, I'm annoying, I hinder people's lives, I hinder their joy. And that's something I deal with. And, I've gained a lot of confidence in the last few months specifically. So, like, I'm not dealing with that as much, but it's still an issue of just, like, man, talking about, like, serious, heavy things or having conversations that I really don't want to have still make me uncomfortable, especially if the other person, and maybe this is selfish, but if the other person is taking time to process, but they seem like they're not being receptive, I immediately shut down. I'm just like, this person is not hearing me, or I'm not handling this properly. And again, it goes back to, this is a me problem. Something is going on and I can't seem to fix it, because at the end of the day, I just want to fix the issue. Like, I just want to fix the problem. That's me. I'm a fixer, I guess. And so like, if I can't fix a problem, it drives me insane. And so when I have to have conversations, I shut off. And what's weird is I have conversations that I think are going to be serious, like difficult conversations, when they really aren't, because I convince myself that something is wrong in my head. How many times have we had a conversation and you're either tired or you're doing something and you're just not quite 100% focused?
Me?
And
yeah, definitely.
And I'm convinced that you're upset, that I've pissed you off, that I've done something, that's the end of the podcast, that our friendship is over after 11 years of whatever, just because I did something wrong. And so I convince myself that, like, oh, it's me. It's a me issue. And
when really I have like a nightmare about snakes, so I didn't sleep very well. And that's all that it
exactly.
is.
Exactly. But that's me. I'm a scaredy cat. Like, I'm scared of that side of anybody when they get less bubbly or they're not as warm and comforting for a moment. It's, we've talked about it on the show before. I joke, it's business Chris, quote unquote. It's this when Chris is serious about something and getting an idea across, he may be fully cool and positive and all is well, but in my head I'm like, oh, he's mad. Oh, I did something. And so, like, I make conversations that don't need to be difficult conversations into difficult conversations, and I run away from difficult conversations that I actually need to have. So basically, I process everything in an extremely unhealthy way.
Oh, I do too. I absolutely do too. Oh my gosh, that's so revealing that you just said that.
Twinsies.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. I recently had something like that happen, and I just convinced myself that I was the problem. It was without going into too much detail, essentially an abusive client relationship where this person was telling me that I had no integrity and that I was not good at what I was doing, and you start to think like, oh, okay, well, and I tried to be okay with it because I've been working on like taking criticism and stuff. And I was like, so how do I continue in my life if I am a person who has no integrity? And like, I was wondering this, like, oh, okay, well, so what does that mean for me if I have no integrity, as this person who doesn't know me very well has said that I am? And it just, it really gets me thinking about the power of, these conversations, these difficult conversations where we're on the receiving end of it, and how they shape us as well, which is really painful, and makes me hyper aware then of when I have a difficult conversation with someone of how I'm defining that person, how I'm coming across. Chris, this is probably not making things any better for you.
No. I mean, it's helpful though. I mean, it's something where, as a person that has been both on the receiving end of difficult conversations, as well as the one that was kind of leading the difficult conversations on both of them, like that's the cycle that you get in, especially when you've been on that side. What you struggle with is, I want to show the compassion that I was not received, and you can really get in your head, which is, the situation of kind of what I was in today. And the thing that, I keep coming back to, we don't always have conversations where we talk about something that we're struggling with and then specifically give solutions, because there isn't a right or wrong solution. But bear with me, considering, if nothing else, I'm working this out myself right now. It's amazing how, I got home, and what I did, and I think that I needed it, was I like shut down for a little bit and just like watch TV. Just and there was a place for that, of just being able to see something, watch something funny, not think about it. But I also acknowledged there was a point where I'd watch 1 or 2 episodes of something, and then I stopped paying attention to the show, or I would pay attention to a laugh, and then I would get anxious and I'd start thinking about the conversations that had just happened today, and I would panic, so I'd just try and focus back on the show. And what it made me realize was, at the end of the day, like, when you keep things in, that's the reason why they're going to continue to linger. And so I was like, I needed some time to pause. But how often have you, because I know I've done this, I end up using like a TV show, Netflix, or movies as the thing I'm trying to get my mind off of stuff, but all that does is pause my anxiety and stress. It does not necessarily help it is a temporary medicinal stop. And as soon as I stop watching, it's like, and play back to how you're feeling. And it does not always, it's not effective. And so like I've been trying to find ways when I'm in these situations of like realizing that there's not one thing I can do to care for myself, but it's like stages. It's like, all right, I can't emotionally process or talk right now because I've just been talking and it was very difficult. So I'm now not going to think about it for 30 minutes just to give my brain a chance to stop. And now that I've done that, I want to sit, I want to think, and I want to process with my friends. Because it is amazing. And we've talked about this on the show before, and we will continue to talk about this because I've just realized how powerful it is to speak something out loud, because when you speak it out loud, it loses its power over you. You know, when you keep it in for a long time, it will. It reminds me of this thing that my 6th grade teacher said that I always have remembered back in like the days of where it's like talking about bullies and things like that. And they say, if someone really, really upsets you, and you continue to spend time talking and complaining and whining about what they've done, then they've won because they're in your head. And I've always thought about that. You know, I'm not just saying that's perfect advice, but more of just reminding me of it's only if I allow it to stay in here and have power over me is it going to keep affecting me. You know, the only way I'm going to sleep is if I process it out loud, if I stop giving that power, that pain, that scarring and wounds from my past the luxury of staying in here. You know, sometimes just venting it out, sometimes a good cry, a good yell, this is a little bit more vulgar, but a good poop, any of those things, sometimes just getting rid of it makes the difference in the world, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, thank you for letting me process and stuff again, but it's just something that, you know, on these type of days, I think I just have to acknowledge that it sucks and be okay with that. And then just try to remember that tomorrow's a new day. And for every difficult conversation I have, I got to just keep remembering all the great ones that I have, like this one. And hopefully my brain will eventually convince me to think more about these than the mean ones, you know? Yeah.
And
that's Chris's corner.
Chris's corner. That's the more you know.
Yeah, I want a better theme song than that. We'll talk about that
I'm
later.
sorry, I'll come up with one. So, as we kind of wind it down, I do just want to say, Sarah, stopping your sentence mid-thought and saying, I'm sorry, Chris, this probably isn't helping you, is the most Stephen Pappas thing you've ever done. We are very similar because I was just like, that's me.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I didn't do that at any point. I think it's just because I don't care if it helps Chris anymore.
Oh, thank you for your wonderful, loving compassion that you show.
I'm just
You've become immune
kidding.
to
I
it.
love you. You're my beautiful, beautiful boy. All right, well.
No, you can keep going. That'll be an extra Patreon episode of him just complimenting me.
Oh my gosh.
I'll do it. I will do it. All right, well, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, or if you have anything else on your mind, you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
If you want to check us out on social media, and by check us out, mostly Steven, you can do so by a lot of different ways, because we are online, as the kids like to say. Please stop. On the Facebooks. And notice I said Facebooks. That's you have to say that if you're older. Include the and then make it plural. That's how you know that you've done something good. But we're on everywhere. We're on Twitter at _adulting. If you want to check us out there. If you'd rather be on Facebook, there's 2 different things that you can find us on. There's our podcast page itself. Just Is This Adulting Podcast. But more importantly, the group that we'd really encourage you to be a part of is it's like our online support group / meme sharing group / venting group / a whole lot of stuff. It's called the Is This Adulting Best Friends. If you have any trouble finding it, you can go to our website at sorry, that's our Twitter, isthisadultingpod.com, and you can find out ways to do it. But it's a really, really cool, safe place on the internet when there's not usually many out there, just to be able to talk about good days and also talk about the hard things too, when you can't talk about anywhere else. And so we'd encourage you to do that. And then when you're on our website, check us out and doing some other stuff. We have show notes from previous episodes where if we talked about something crazy that you want to look for yourself, go and look at it on there, or previous games and things we've done. You can find our merch store that has everything from our Is Adulting main shirts to some of our fun things like Self-Care is Sexy or other types of stuff like that. On shirts, mugs, whatever you can print on, I think pretty much they have. Not everything. You can't print on a dog. Don't print on a dog. But and then finally, if you just want to get in touch with us in any type of way, we're looking to break the stigma around mental health. We're looking for people to know that it's okay to be flawed. And flawed? I said that in a very southern way. My Flannery O'Connor accent. But we're all flawed. And the only way that the world's going to realize that and be a lot kinder to each other is if we know that. Mm-hmm. And so we're looking to spread that awareness. And you can help us spread that by subscribing to us on podcasts. You can give us a rating, a review, whatever it is, to help share, spread the word. We'd appreciate it.
You guys are so wonderful.
That's quite a spiel.
Yeah.
That was a very long spiel.
Well, thank you, Sarah. You're wonderful.
Hopefully other people liked listening to that because that was a lot.
That was a lot, and I'm about to make you talk again because we'd like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. And number one, if you haven't checked out the collection yet, what are you doing with your life?
They have so many more records that you need to listen to. They're awesome.
They're so good.
Their albums are awesome.
And they're wonderful for letting us use their theme music. And they're also going on tour. And Chris, you have more details?
Y'all, if you've not listened to much of the collection, let me be clear. This is not just because I have one of my best friends. He's been on the show before in this band. I told him before that it's super awesome to be able to have a friend that plays music that you legitimately just absolutely love, and there's not even some kind of like, oh, that's totally great, I want to hear more of that recording. This is the case. Like I genuinely love their music, and they're amazing musicians, and their lyrics are meaningful. Many of them have struggled with the same type of things that we talk about, and it's just a beautiful thing to be able to do. And they are all over the place, y'all. They are touring throughout the month of April into the very beginning of May. And I'm going to list a bunch of different states. And if you're in any of those states, you need to go check them out because there's tickets available. Go and order online. It's not much at all, and you're going to be able to see an amazing show. So if you are in North Carolina, Maryland, Pennsylvania, New York, Ohio, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia again, and North Carolina again. Y'all, that's in 1 month. Can we talk about how insane that is? They are going to be very, very tired, and we love them for all their hard work they're doing. But please go and check them out. If you want to look more, just go to thecollectionband.com. That is about as simple as you can get. You can order tickets. You can find out where they're going to be. Most of them are in major cities that are easy to be able to get to. And please check them out because they're awesome, and they would love to meet you as well because we have similar shared goals and passions and values. So go and check them out.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Do it. Sarah, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's just so delightful to see you both again. You're doing such great things. Gosh, thank you so much.
You're doing great things.
You are doing great things, yeah.
You guys.
Like, you are creating awesome stuff.
Well, thank you.
Like I told you off air, it was so nice for me to be able to experience, like, I had your sticker on my water bottle, and for one of my friends to be like, do you listen to that podcast? I love that show. And I was just like, she's my friend. Like, I was so excited to be able to say that.
It's so delightful. Gosh.
Yes, keep doing what you're doing.
Well, thank you. The same to you.
You need to remind us What you have 2 different things that you're doing, right?
I do.
Remind it. Let's
Yeah,
do one more
exactly.
plug so everyone can remember.
Oh gosh. Well, I have the Right Now podcast. That's WRITE, and it is for aspiring writers, creatives. Even if you think you're not that good of a writer, I would love to encourage you. That's what I do. It encourages you to write every day, pursue your passion despite your busy schedule. So you can find that on iTunes and all of the places. Including sarahwerner.com. The other project I have going on right now is Girl in Space, which is a sci-fi mystery audio drama that's done kind of well. I'm kind of excited about it. It's
Kind of well. What are you talking about? It's great.
It's done kind of well, and I kind of love it. And it's just it's been a way for me to process a lot of what's happened in my life. It is slightly autobiographical, but not 100% because I am not in space. But you can find that again pretty much anywhere that you find podcasts like Is This Adulting, and you can also check it out at girlinspacepodcast.com.
Check it out. We binged like the whole thing on the way back to Florida. It was awesome.
Thank you guys.
Chris may or may not have made up lyrics to your theme song every
Oh.
time based on whatever the episode
That's
title
actually a
was.
fun fact that we should talk about later that I forgot about. But she has awesome intro music. That's just a powerful ballad, and I just came up with different words every time for it because I was pumped. So,
It's amazing.
This is amazing, and we need to record this. And
Oh,
yes. This
we're gonna do that later. That's an exclusive just for your Patreon supporters.
That's all they want is to hear from 2 goofs over here when they could be getting good audio drama content. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us here this week on Is This Adulting? I've been your best friend, Steven.
I've been your best friend, Chris.
and I've been your best friend, Sarah.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know, they may be in need of a baby.
Of a baby. God, I was hoping that was going to come back.
Yeah, of course it is. It is. All right, bye everybody.
Have a good week.
That was a stupid baby noise.
Is This Adulting is part of the Orbital Jigsaw Podcast Network. You can find our show, as well as others, at orbitaljigsaw.com. You can also find all of our merch at orbitaljigsaw.com/store. We are almost entirely listener supported, so if you like what you hear, please consider clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. We have tons of cool rewards, exclusive content, coloring sheets, Mad Libs, you name it, and much more that you'll receive in return for your support on Patreon. Thanks for all you do, and we'll see you next week.